Well, there was a lot on the line at the final NFL preseason game on Friday. Players' jobs actually on the line. Here to tell us about it is News for Jack's sportscaster, Alessandra Pombrian. Welcome, Alessandra.
Well, or thank you. How are
I'm
you?
great. It's been a minute. Nice to see you.
I know. I'm so happy when I got the text that you were going to be here this morning. I was like, yes, I get to see her
Yeah.
again. It's been
No,
a
it's
long
great to
time.
see you. It has been a long time. So you're going to have to catch me up a little bit on this. The Jaguars ended their preseason undefeated, but Friday's game was less about winning and losing and more about what the future roster is going to look like.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
What's going on with that?
Yeah. So tomorrow, Tuesday at 4 p.m., the Jaguars have to cut the roster down to 53 players. So they started with 90. Then they did just let go quite a few people. I think they're at 80 right now. So then they'll have to cut again until to 53 by tomorrow. So there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to get some not so happy news over the next about 24 hours.
What is the deal with that? Why do they have to cut?
Yeah, so you can start training camp. You can bring, 90 guys for training camp. And then, your 53-man roster is your game day roster. So you have to cut it down to 53. All NFL teams have to do it. It's just the rules, I guess. You can't really keep 90 guys. That's just too many players, not only to pay an actual game day salary, but just too many guys. I don't even think the locker room really fits 90 people, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I was thinking like fantasy football would never work
Yeah.
if there were that many
Oh my
players.
goodness,
Yeah.
no, no.
So are these guys actually going to be unemployed or what happens to them?
Um, I guess you could say unemployed. A lot of the younger guys who will go on waivers, they'll be released. They'll go through waivers, which means that other NFL teams will have the opportunity to pick them up. There's like so many different rules with that, which we won't get into. But basically, they can get picked up on waivers. If they clear waivers, which means no NFL team wants to pick them up, then the Jaguars can put them on their practice squad. So a lot of the guys that they'll cut probably will end up on the practice squad. But if you're a younger guy, you'll have to go through waivers. If you're a veteran, you could just be signed to the practice squad. You don't have to go through the waivers and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot that goes on. It's like a 30-minute show just to explain everything. But the one good thing from the preseason is that one, they were undefeated. And like you said perfectly, it's not really about the wins, it's more about your depth. And the Jaguars' depth did look really good during the 3 games. So, Jaguars fans, you should be happy about to hear that because you don't have to rely on your starter. Last season, we've seen it. A lot of the starters were injured, and the depth guys, the second, third string guys had to come in. And I think you can have more confidence in this team that those second and third string guys can come in not only like don't do anything bad, but also, hopefully make a play or something. So it looks really good. Doug Peterson was asked if he cared that, they're 6-0 in the preseason of the past 2 preseasons. And he was like, no. He was like, why? I don't care about that. That really doesn't mean anything for, your Super Bowl aspirations. Um, you know, right now they're going to start looking towards Miami, which is week 1 on September 8th at 1 p.m. kickoff. It's at Miami. It's going to be a really good game, in-state, obviously opponent. So, yeah, there's a lot of good things to take out of preseason, but don't look too much into the 3-0 record.
Yeah, I mean Peterson may not care, but I'm sure fans do, right? They use that
Yeah,
as a
you
barometer
should.
of
You
what
should.
they're going to be looking at. So did you see any players whose performance in the preseason is decided, because of how they turned out?
Oh, yeah, probably. Obviously, we won't know until the roster cuts are announced, but I think there are a few guys. If you're looking at the quarterback battle, I think Mac Jones is going to get that. He's going to be the backup. Of course, CJ's hurt right now, but I think what we saw from Mac in the first 3 preseason games is that he definitely can be a good backup that can help you win the game, not just, go in and just keep it how it is, but, if God forbid Trevor does get hurt, let's hope that doesn't happen. Matt can come in and kind of take over his spot. So I think he'll definitely be the backup quarterback. Obviously, these are just my predictions. And then the wide receiver room, that's a really tough battle. Obviously, we know Brian Thomas Jr., Gabe Davis, Christian Kirk will be in there. But when you're looking at, is it Elijah Cooks or is it Tim Jones? I think Parker Washington will make it. I really like Parker Washington. I think that's my favorite Jaguars player.
Really?
Unbiased, of
Why is
course.
this?
He's just great. He is just like a breath of fresh air. He's really good. You know what I love? It's like Mac Jones. They don't take themselves too seriously. At the end of the day, it's just football. And of course, it is their livelihood, but they also have fun with it. You like that, like, just, everyone just chill out for a sec. But he's really good. He's had such a great training camp, and he's a young kid, second year. I know I'm so old. I'm so old because I'm calling them kids at now. Like it hurts my heart. I know, but he's great. But I think Elijah Cooks and Tim Jones will be fighting for their, a roster spot. They both had very good training camps. It just depends really on who the coaches think will have a better special teams kind of contribution. But I can't pick which one. I think Jamal thinks it's going to be Tim Jones, but I really like Elijah Cooks too. So there's quite a few battles.
Well, Alessandra Pomprian, sportscaster at News4Jax, great to have you back. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.